Hey everybody, this is Vril. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 in our playthrough as the French Commune. So we've justified a war against Iran here, and we are actually ready to go with this one. Now, before we do that, I wanted to go ahead, look at our constructions. We're building a few military factories. I'm going to go ahead and actually extend our Maginot Line, now that we have the areas of Belgium here. Actually do it on Luxembourg as well. So I should actually build a couple of these, and let's see here. Let's build some more military factories. We currently have 26 plus the 4 we're building there. That'll be 30. We would really like to get towards 50, I would say, at some point in time. So let's go ahead and get a few of these if we can, just on places that don't have many factories. And let me mix these into when we're building those forts. So those forts don't take too long to build. You know, back in Hearts of Iron 3, I think if you wanted to increase any of that stuff, it was like a 1-year project. These take weeks, so not too bad. But yeah, let's go ahead, declare a war on Iran here. We do have some slight supply issues, and we're only going to get more supply issues as we move into Iran, although we will capture this port here pretty early, so that should help. Make sure I'm even on the right armies here. So we do have generals, and they do have plans. They're ready to go. But yeah, we'll capture this port, and I think we'll be good. We'll have some supply issues because we'll be fighting in very mountainous terrain, but I think we'll be okay. They do not have any potential allies to come help them. Alright, so the French Commune has declared war on Iran, and let's go ahead, get things going. This army in the north isn't really very good. Our army coming from here is quite a bit better. It's a lot of mechanized or motorized guys, so they should be quite good. So here we go, yeah. And our motorized focus just completed, and we have the Anschluss of Austria. It's motorized. The Anschluss of Austria, after a successful coup d'etat by the local Nazi party in Vienna, German troops have crossed the Austrian border and taken control of the country. No fighting has been reported, and the German soldiers were greeted by cheering crowds in the cities. In a speech before a massive crowd at the Heldenplatz in Vienna, Hitler announced the Anschluss of Austria, annexing the country into Germany. The oldest eastern province of the German people shall be, from this point on, the newest bastion of the German Reich. This violates the Treaty of Versailles Treaty there. So we'll go ahead. I need to set another focus. We'll do mechanized focus. And this is always telling us that we don't have any tactical bombers, and we'll continue on. Capturing our first victory points there, it looks like. There we go. Some struggle there with some of these guys. We do have total air superiority here. We've got something like a couple hundred tactical bombers, and we did capture this naval base, so we'll see if the supply throughput really helps there. Our problem here, and it was in Lebanon, that our supply throughput wasn't very good. So I think we'll have some issues being in the mountains, but I think overall we should be okay. We're really moving here, though. Trying to capture Tehran here. Let's see if we can just like speed towards there. Try not to get anybody encircled. Yeah, I mean, we're totally getting towards that. So actually, I'm going to try to capture... There we go. I can go ahead and remove these guys from that. Reestablish our line now that we've captured all this. And yeah, actually, I know this will mess with the organization, but I like to do it this way, is to reassign all this. These guys can have the southern, and actually we need to build a new offensive line. So I think right here, let's actually do a broader, slightly broader. Delete. There we go. That's not what we want. There we go. So yeah, I'll just continue down the coastline to their new capital. I don't think there's any other victory points out here. If there is, I'm not seeing it on the map. These guys can head directly towards this city, however they want to do it. See, everybody's going to reorganize, I think, on these. Maybe not. They look pretty good to just go ahead and continue on their organization. Actually, these guys' organization's pretty bad, so we'll wait on that one. But these guys can go ahead. Looks like we've got some German forces in here, so let's see if the Italians are helping them as well. Yes, they are, both the Germans and the Italians helping each other out there. With the Iranians here, I guess they see that we're cutting off their main oil supplies. Maybe not their main oil supplies, but a significant chunk of what they would rely on, so we'll just wait for those guys to get completely organized again. Okay, the fall of Nanjing. The capital of the Republic of China, Nanjing, has been occupied by the forces of the Empire of Japan. Despite the fierce resistance from the walled city's Chinese defenders, Japanese troops have managed to capture the Zhongshan Gate and fought their way into the city. Sporadic gunfire can be heard, and several fires are raging in different parts of the city, but most surviving Chinese forces have either withdrawn or been captured. Along with the capture of Shanghai, the significant victory for Japan in their war against China, so a significant development. Okay, so now I'm kind of, like I said, confused. We have Manchukuo has capitulated. I thought we already had this event, but maybe I'm wrong. Chiang Kai-shek announced that the cowardly Menjiang nation could no longer withstand the pressure of the overwhelming presence of the Chinese forces throughout the country. The Menjiang government chose to flee the country and has gone into exile. Their main forces have capitulated, and China is now in control of their home area. Though the war continues elsewhere, this is a great victory for China, so uncertain times. Do we actually have everybody assigned here? Can't tell what that's saying. We can check by just saying everybody's assigned here. Yeah, they look like they are. So why aren't we attacking? Looks like these guys are ready to head north. These guys are basically cut off, I'm talking about the Iranians, cut off from any supplies. So that's quite good. Gonna take some manual control here. I don't know why they're not attacking better than they are. That's where, I guess, with the upcoming... Did we lose a battle there? I don't think so. But upcoming update for 1.1 should allow us to get some better controls of when we actually attack these, so they'll have, like, very aggressive stance, which is probably what we want to do right now. Yeah, these guys are doing quite good. Yeah, what we actually need is to bring some of our infantry guys over here to just defend with what they have right now. So let's actually do that. We just captured this victory point. Let me go ahead. Going to cancel whatever they're doing, number one. Maybe not completely, but let me take away half of these guys and create a new army. We'll set this army... Actually, that wasn't half, that was 3. Let me merge these guys back in. Alright, so select all, select half. New army, there we go. We'll set some defensive guy here. That guy we were already using. Honestly, I'm not even sure which guys we are using and who's not, so we'll go ahead and assign these guys here. Yeah, we do have generals on all these. That's the key thing. So then these guys we're going to have head like right here. And as soon as they arrive, then we'll have our more offensive army kind of take the south, because we'll only assign them a few provinces. We actually got just one of our guys encircled just now, so that's not good. I think they'll be okay, though. We just finished our superior firepower. I probably don't want to go into, even though we have a 50% reduction, because of the Victors of the Great War is increasing these speeds by quite a bit, so we are actually into 1938, so let's go. I probably should have taken construction a whole lot earlier. We don't need to do synthetic because we have a lot of oil. Battlecruiser. Sub-detection. Let's go ahead. These are not mutually exclusive. I'm just going to do fleet, and being a strong fleet focused around battleships means that we are a force to be reckoned with and seen with deployed at sea. So yeah, I suppose we don't have that many battleships, but we can go down this destroyer track a little bit here. Yeah, so there's your Victors of the Great War. That's giving us that pretty bad negative. Actually, before these guys even arrive, I'm thinking to assign the front line how I wanted it to be. Not sure why they did not assign these, but okay. Guess they were not selected. Okay, that was weird. Everybody except for this one guy needs to be assigned to that front line. Alright. So yeah, we'll move our tanks and everything, our motorized guys, down here where we actually wanted, and we're going to have to do a breakthrough to get into liberate these guys. We can just go ahead and attack. These guys had no organization whatsoever, and then we'll be able to resupply our tanks here. Good. There we go. And I can remove that little front line we made and select all. Make sure everybody's assigned. There we go. Our mechanized focus is done as well, so we'll continue on to something I cannot even pronounce, but will give us light tank models and medium tanks models, research bonus, plus some army experience, which we probably won't use, so... Did I not select that? Okay. We have some military factories coming online. Let's go ahead... actually increase all of these and prioritize the light tank over it. Do we actually... No, we did not. Let's go ahead, start adding a few infantry, and we must have just finished the mountaineers that we had over here because we had another track for the mountaineers. And we'll go ahead and start working on some mechanized armor as well. Let's go ahead. What do we do here? Got 6. Let's go like 8. And we don't need to build another one. 3 of these guys. Let me go over here and set them to... I'll just assign them to that Italian border like we were previously. And whoever gets built will be added to that. And at some point we'll try to organize that a little bit better once we're done with all these wars. Probably mainly going to focus on building our army after we capture Iran here. So the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Diplomats from Germany and the Soviet Union concluded that what observers are describing as a historic agreement today with the signing of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, named after the German Foreign Minister Joachim von Ribbentrop and his Soviet counterpart Molotov. This non-aggression pact stipulates that neither side will ally itself to nor aid an enemy of the other. Foreign diplomats warn that this treaty effectively gives Germany a free hand to wage war in Europe without having to fear the Soviet intervention. This can't be good. Alright, obviously we know how that possibly could go, so we'll have to figure out if that's... Oh, did we not set a offensive line here either? Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's actually exactly what we want. They're almost maxed out in organization. This tank division, I think it was the encircled one. Yeah, it's actually back down to being green. It must have taken some pretty heavy casualties there, so that's unfortunate. Alright, well, let's go right and attack. And yeah, we've got them very, very low. 83% towards capitulation. And we're going to have about a clear shot to capturing both this capital and then this final mountain province here. I think that's the last of it. Kind of hard to tell. This is why I'd like to have that victory point map. These guys are very, very close. There we go. We're done. Alright, so take all of your states. That's quite a few states. We'll go ahead and finish that up. Alright, so 12 states. Iran was annexed. 7,500 equipment was seized. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's see, who are we actually bordering with at this point? I'm not going to worry about the British or the Soviet Union at this point. Let's bring... I don't think we're going to have any resistance problems either, so let's actually bring everybody on home. We'll merge these guys back up. We don't have that many generals, so merging these guys up is a good idea. Actually, these guys... Is anybody else like training and it shouldn't be training? Let's hope not. Just that one was training, the one that we actually called draining. I'm going to continue to train these guys until they get to regular. So that's fine with me. And just to get everybody back, let's assign them to the Spanish border. So, any other possible places that we could... Yeah, all these guys are going to be coming home. Look to war with before the World War possibly continues. So we could go into Turkey. They had a bunch of chromium, but we actually have enough chromium as it is anyway, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Got a bunch of oil, a bunch of rubber, steel. I think we're pretty good resource-wise for preparing everything we need. Looks like we built our land forts. Those go really quickly in this game compared to what I'm used to in Hearts of Iron 3. Yeah, look at that. Let's go ahead actually boost these up all the way to 5 each and build some more military factories, and just like we did last time, we'll intermix some of them with these land forts. Actually, we could go ahead, start building some radar stations as well. Build like one in Champagne, maybe? Maybe... Yeah, I think both Lorraine and Champagne, because if we look at our air, maybe not that way, but look at this. Yeah, I think we'd actually be pretty good to do that. Although maybe we're not actually building that at the moment. Let's cancel one of them and just build one. And we'll think about that a little bit. But yeah, we'll be doing a little bit of order of battle here coming up, I'd say. So in terms of who we would want to possibly attack next, we possibly go into Portugal. We have access through Spain, most likely. Not sure what these... Okay, that's infantry, not to our ships. Let's look at our navy. So, we had our submarines. Actually, there is some guys over here, so let's get them... Yeah, get them there. Okay. We need to kind of boost out some aircraft as well, looking at our production, because we only have one factory working on any of that at the moment. So we've got a bunch of, yeah, because of the Iranian factories, I bet we have a bunch of new military factories coming online. So yeah, we have a ton of tanks that need to be built. A lot of supply equipment too. We'll have a large stockpile of infantry equipment. Let's look at this. Actually, with that said, do we need to... I don't remember if we did this or not, but do we add... Yes, we did add recon and engineer to these. What else do we have? Support anti-air. I'm not going to worry about that. Can we do anything with our mechanized armor? They have recon already. Forest would go down. Supply use. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I think those are good enough as it is. And we are done with the direct ground support. Let's see, what else do we want? Yes, we have an option between formation fighting, and we'll go ahead and do that because of the air superiority, mission efficiency. Alright, so actually with that said, it does look like we're out of time for this episode. We'll have to figure out if there's a way that we can justify another war against somebody between now and possibly going to war with Germany at some point. That's obviously coming sooner than later at this point in August of 1938, so we'll see. Build up our army a little bit. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys next time.